To review, what we did was we did statisticalatlas.com. We did Colorado. So this is basically a database where they collect a bunch of demographic crime data on particular locations. Okay. So what we want to do, let's go to the Denver area. So click on that. Where are we? Let's go to Denver.
Oh, Denver.
Yeah, go to Denver.
And then it's gonna be right on the top right there, Green Valley Ranch.
Yep.
Exactly.
I guess Mount Bello isn't important, right? At least to these people. You know what? It kind of is. So here's the deal is a lot of these statistical places, what they do is, number one, it's dependent on how well the places that they're trying to survey collect information. It is quite possible that nobody in Mount Bello is submitting any information. Number two is what they do is spend most of their time surveying areas that, in this instance here, what you're going to find is there's a lot of stuff on realty websites. Right? Here's the deal is probably there's not a huge demand to move into Mount Bello right now. This could be part of it as well. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah. What you find is the places that have, where there's the most, trade-off as far as wealth goes, that's usually going to get the most attention. And that's everywhere, really, even in disease. Okay. Is everybody on the website, though, right? So click Green Valley Ranch. Everybody do that? Here's what I want you to do. Let's bookmark this page right now so you'll be able to find this again. You can put it wherever you want. And look at that. Wait till we get to the crime data. It's going to be really cool. All right, so here's the map. This is the area we're talking about. Everything that has the yellow is surveyed. So we're going to go down and it's basically going to give us stats on this location. Everything in yellow, which is the Green Valley Gateway area. Well, I wonder what the gateway is. I wonder if this part's gateway. All right, let's keep going down here. Topics to explore. Actually, so it'll actually be on the side. Go to the first one here. So you've got overview. This is just telling you how many people live in Green Valley Ranch, according to this website. Yes, good job. How many homes? 9,000. Why is this information important? Say I want to do a comparison. What would you think I would want to do if I wanted to compare two regions? Why do you think the population is important?
See how condensed it is?
Well, condensed would be good. Here's my deal is I would like to, if I'm doing a comparison, I want everything possible besides location about the same, which would mean the same amount of people. So if you're comparing two things, they better be kind of similar. So if I was going to compare Green Valley Ranch to something, I'd probably look for something that has about 30,000 people. See that?
Why is that important?
Well, I mean, with more people, you get more different things, more density. A bigger density might mean more crime. So it'd just be kind of a different dynamic. It'd be kind of like trying to compare an orange to an apple. All right, we got population. You can see the density here. Where's most people living? Down here, right?
I actually live right there.
Do you really? I actually, when I first moved back from Wisconsin, we ended up living on Mitchell Place, it's probably down here somewhere, isn't it?
I think it's
Oh, it's up here. Yeah, it's got there was a school right to the south of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Green
Valley Elementary?
Was it Green Valley? Yeah, it was Green Valley Elementary. Yeah, I used to walk my daughter there. We used to play at the playground.
You still live there?
Yeah. When we first moved here from Wisconsin, I didn't know where I was gonna kind of get a job, and neither did my wife. So we wanted to pick a place that you could go north or south pretty easy, or go downtown. So we picked Green Valley Ranch. You know, it was funny. She picked it out during the day, and then like we moved in, and then I remember going to like King Soopers on the weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the minority. Especially after Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin just is snow white. So it was a huge change. It was cool though. I mean, honestly, if this school would have still been here, I'd have probably still lived here. Is that when we lived here about, it was about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, this school wasn't here. The school system was horrible. So. But again, you could see that most people are living down here, even though, this area has more, it's bigger. But this is where everybody's concentrated. And blocks, you can go by blocks, population by neighborhood. Now you're starting to compare it to the other neighborhoods. Right? Everybody see where I am, population by neighborhood?
Yeah, it's a block map?
What's that?
It's a block map?
Yeah, it's down below the block map. Population by neighborhood in Denver. Oh, yeah, block map. That's right.
Everyone got the JMP program?
Oh, it's in Denver.
No issues?
Has everybody got the jump up? Sweet.
Yep. Is there more than this in the class on the way?
Steph's gone for a couple weeks, so we'll get her.
Lab or something.
Yeah, I will.
Just shoot me a message.
So what is this thing?
What's that?
Oh, it's on.
So this is density. Population by neighborhood. Thanks, man.
No problem.
So you can see, Green Valley Ranch, as far as the people go, and all the different neighborhoods in Denver, what's it ranked as far as the population? 6, yeah. So there's a lot of people compared to the other neighborhoods. This is actually gateway, this area is a good place to compare to other places. But look at the density. Here's what's crazy. So even though they have the sixth most amount of people, it's the 20th highest density. Which means that in these areas up here, especially look at Capitol Hill, right? That thing is packed. People are living on people. You have apartments, you have large buildings. I guess what I'm trying to show you is the data can give you kind of an idea of your community. Let's go to age and sex. Let's see who's living in Green Valley Ranch. So on this right side here, go to age and sex. Oh, look at this. Isn't this cool? I wish I had graphs that would do this. Age structure. What do most people, how old are most people in this area?
30s.
Yeah, about 30s. Yeah, early 30s. So this is kind of a young neighborhood. Okay, now see this one on the left here. If I turn it over on its edge, remember, is that standard distribution? Remember we were talking about standard where you got like a median peak and then it kind of trails off on each side? Sorta, but look, you got this bump here. Yeah, here, and where's the other bump? So don't look at the red line. What's the red line? Oh, that's Denver. Oh, yeah, wait, that is Denver. You're right. JC was right. The average age here is about 40. You're right, JC, I'm sorry. So basically the average age of everybody living in Denver, or the mean or median, is probably around 30. But here is where Green Valley is. So is this telling you, is Green Valley typically older or younger than the rest of Denver? Older, totally. And here's the kind of crazy part here is you've got a ton of 10 to 14 years olds in this neighborhood. That's you. Well, that's your brothers and sisters below you. Not a whole bunch of 18. I bet this, everybody's coming in here for the schools, I think. This is a pretty decent school. Maybe that's that first wave kind of coming in, people with families, people with kids. What about sex? Pretty even here. Although, look at the oldest people in the community. You can look at Denver, I guess. Are they males or females?
Males.
No. Yeah. Actually, you do see some males here. Not very many. That's typically what you're going to find, too. V, you're going to be happy to know that you typically live longer than these goofballs over here. So at the high end of the scale, on the age scale, you typically see females. But again, you can see this, this is where that population bulge is. If you wanted to find out how easy it might be for you to get a date, if you're 20 and you live in Green Valley Ranch, maybe not so good, right? Look at the males. There's a lot of males here. Let's see. About even for the 10 to 14-year-olds. Age, sex ratio. Again, this is telling you where that population is. Look at the blue. So the blue is the males. There are a lot of 20 and 21-year-old males in this neighborhood. Do you guys notice that? So we're going through here. We're just looking at the numbers. As we look at them, this is kind of your community. Do you see a lot of 21, 20-year-olds around?
No, but I see a lot of 10 to 14-year-olds.
Yeah, the data shows it, man. Totally. Yeah, you don't want to be, this age is not good for being a male if you want to date. You can tell where where are all the females living. You look at this.
Oh.
By block even, look at this. Age cohorts by block, by sex. Let's go race and ethnicity. Let's do that one. So that's the next one. So under age and sex, hit race and ethnicity. So let's look at, so this is Green Valley Ranch. Yeah, a lot of Hispanics here. What's the second most race in this community? Black, yeah. Is this much? And here's the thing: is if you look at the little lines, that's what overall Denver is. No, see, okay. See those skinny lines? So look at Denver. How many white people? What's the percentage of white people that live in total Denver?
Like 54%?
Yeah, pretty close, yeah. Here it's only 19%.
Live in the rich houses.
I don't know. That's the thing is we could probably find out. Actually, I know. You better not target those houses, man. Relative race. Okay, again, you can see these changes here. But again, this just gives you live in a very diverse, if you look at Denver, and I think they have all of them here. Let's see. If you keep going down, they might have all of Denver compared. There it is. If you look at non-white population and look at entire Denver, Green Valley Ranch is at the top of that list.
So Green Valley Ranch has the least amount of white people?
What's that? Green Valley Ranch has the least percentage of white people in it.
Hey.
Yeah. Next one is Del Mar, North Denver, Morris. You got more than Park Hill, Aurora.
Cherry Creek has the most white.
Yeah. Of course, Cherry Creek has the most white people. Totally. We can also look at, and here's what I thought. Oh, there it is, white population. Cherry Creek, way at the top. Gateway.
Stapleton actually has a good amount.
Where's Stapleton? Oh, yeah. Where's Stapleton? Oh yeah. Well, that's because all the doctors are living there now, right?
Right.
Yeah, in Stapleton. So everybody that's working at UC Denver, you know that big where I'm from.
Oh,
Yeah, the hospital.
I think so.
You- I-25 in Colfax or 225 in Colfax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the doctors that are working there, a lot of the research people, they don't want to move to the suburbs, so they're all moving to Stapleton. That's why there's such a high population of white people there. If we'd have looked at this about 10 years ago, I guarantee you wouldn't see so many white people there. Let's go to, let's see, ancestry. Ooh, that's always a good one. Languages. Let's go household income.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, percentiles. Actually, so this is Denver. As far as like really rich people, there's a lot less. But in the other areas, actually median, Green Valley Ranch does pretty well. Where do you think all the rich houses are, though? Yeah, so if you take, what's that one road that cuts through here? Is that 28th or
Oh, no, it's not.
56?
50? Is it 56?
The one over there is 56.
The back road?
The one that goes here and that basically cuts Green Valley in half. That goes by the school.
Green Valley.
Tell you, right?
Is it Green Valley Ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look on the north side, and this has always like baffled me. Why do all the poor people always live on the south side? I don't know why that works out.
I live on the south side.
Hey, I lived on the south side too, man. But that's the thing. So, I mean, if you look over here by that golf course, there's some pretty big houses over there, right? That's probably where, you know, a lot of these 95 percentiles live. But again, this is saying, you know, basically, you know, this is the really rich people. You don't have nearly as much as compared to Denver. But when you start getting to the other metrics, actually, it turns out pretty well. Household medium. We can go down here. Distribution. Again, you can take this thing, you could turn it on its side, this plot here, and again, it's that histogram we're looking at, right? Not everybody in Green Valley Ranch makes the same amount of money. There's usually a median value, and then there's kind of, you know, a decrease from that. Here, now look at this red line. Oh, Balboa, I got the question for you. What do you call this distribution? No.
Sorry, I was just playing around.
No, that's all right. Remember, we got standard distribution. Remember what I was saying? What are the other types of distribution? And remember, you drew that other
Bell curve?
as a bell curve, but this isn't a bell, right? Bimodal.
Yeah, I always forget that word.
Modal.
Modal.
Bimodal, meaning two hills,
Oh.
right? So if we look at household distribution, when I see this, if you look at Denver, this is kind of it's a little skewed more towards, and that's another distribution, right? Skewed. Seems to be, if you look at all of Denver, there's a lot of people that make not very much money. And then it goes down quite a bit as you start getting over close to 200K a year. We start looking at Green Valley, and you've got kind of two divisions here, right? You got people that are middle class, and then you got a big group that's kind of below that. Maybe this is the difference between blue collar and white collar. And I bet in a place like Green Valley Ranch, you'd probably see that. This is by race. Who's making most of the money here in Green Valley Ranch? Yep. And white people are second. And then you've got everybody else. All? Yeah, I think that's everybody. So that's the kind of wisdom of crowd of everybody. So it's like the median standard for everybody. So you can see it's Asian people and white people here are making a lot of money. Everybody else is making less than the median. All the other races, even though it's majority, you know, Hispanic and black. Yeah, see, this stuff is fascinating to me. I could spend hours just
What
like
state do
goofing
you
around.
think makes the most money
Which state?
per person?
Probably New York, I would say.
But wouldn't it be distributed a lot between poor and rich people too?
Yeah, but I think even the poor people, just to live in New York, like that area, you have to make so much
New
money.
York and California both in the 90s.
California would be too, yeah. I'm sure they have the highest cost of living, therefore they probably usually have the highest incomes. So I just kind of want to show you this, and this gives you, if you ever want to just learn about your community, this website, as you can see, if you want to find out where all the single people are living, marital status, you know,
Boulder.
you can look at Boulder, you can look at other neighborhoods, say, you know. What this allows you to do is it allows you to, you know, all of this data is out there. Again, like what I was telling you, man, it allows you to get to the truth. That the numbers don't lie. That you can think all these things like, oh, you know, Green Valley's blah, blah, blah. You know, or this is a poor area. Not really. Compared to other places, not too bad. There is a division, for sure. You know, you can look at, you know, the makeup. You might say, hey, you know, I don't see a whole lot of white people around here. Well, you can look at the numbers and figure it out.
Well, Boulder actually does have the most single people.
Does it really? Yeah, I bet the one that makes the most money in Colorado is Boulder. I bet that has the highest income. No, you know what it is? It's probably Aspen. Totally Aspen. Or Telluride or one of those mountain places. All right, so this is interesting. I just wanted to introduce you to this. Here's where we're going to go.